Hi, I'm Rachel Arenstein, AICZ editor, and this is the first in a number of short recordings and videos that is designed to walk you through the process of editing on the STASH, Storage Techniques for Art, Science, and History Collections website. So the first thing we're going to do is do a little lesson on how to log in and sort of an explanation of the back end of the WordPress site, which is the basis for the STASH website. So first you're going to navigate to www.stashc.com, and once the site comes up, you'll scroll down till you see the admin login. Okay, you'll put in, everybody will have their own username and password, and I'll show you in a minute how you'll be able to update that or change the password. And once you are logged in, you'll wind up in the back end of the site. This is what's called the dashboard. It's common to all WordPress sites, so if you're familiar with WordPress, this will be very similar. You'll see recent activity. At a glance is sort of the most recent posts and pages. For those of you who will also be acting as moderators, you'll be able to see recent comments, and this is a nice fast way to also check and make sure that there's no spam there that needs to be cleared out of the queue. And the quick draft we're going to ignore for now, the WordPress news. And if you're interested, you can take a look at our statistics for the last 30 days. Well, let's jump over here to the menu on the left-hand side, and we'll go through a few of these important links. So users is where you'll go if you need to update anything on your own user account. So in this case, I will show you my user account. Your username, which will be set up by me or by Lisa, cannot be changed. So if you notice that there's a typo or anything in that, you'll want to let us know immediately. But beyond that, you can put in your name, which will appear when you edit it on the site, and what your name should be when it appears publicly on the site. You can put in some email and contact information and some biographical information. And this is also where you will update your password from the password that you're sent. Okay. The next thing that I want to show you is the difference between posts and pages. The WordPress site actually is a website with a blog built in. So if we go back to the site, out of the backend, any of the pages that's in Home, Solutions, Resources, Submission Forms, About Us are all going to be found under Pages, but anything under Stash News is part of our blog site. And that's sort of a running chronological list where we make announcements relating to Stash activity or storage activity. Our sponsors are able to post, and it's a way for us to have a place to put information that doesn't fit in the format of the articles, but that we think will be relevant to the Stash audience. So as you can see up here, once you're logged in, you always have a chance to jump back to this edit page. In this case, I don't need to edit the blog page, but it will take me back to the menu. So, so again, if you want to add, if you're adding a post that will go into the Stash News section, you'll be adding that into Posts. If you want to be adding a new article, you're going to be adding that into Pages. And as you see here, this is the page editor, but we have an extra sort of plug-in here that gives us a few more formatting options. And so in the next video clip, we'll start to talk about those. Comments here And you can see we have 3 new comments, and we're just going to click on that quickly. And that looks like things that are not spammy, so that's great. We're going to leave that. And forms we'll come back to a little bit later when we talk about downloading article information that has been submitted through our online submission form. But that's where you're going to find that information under forms. And I think those are the most important sections that you're going to want to know about for now. So that will be the end of this video. And to continue on with the training, we'll start to talk about how you how you add a form. Hello, I'm Rachel Arenstein, AIC's e-editor, and this is the first in a series of short videos that is designed to teach you how to edit on the STASH website. So if you're a member of the STASH editorial committee, this is where you get started. So the first step, of course, is to get to the STASH website, which you can navigate to by typing in www.stashc.com. Once you're there, you're going to scroll down till you hit the admin login link, and you'll click on that. In this case, my login information is already input. And now we are in the back end of our WordPress site. If you're familiar with WordPress from other online work, you'll see this will look familiar, although there will be some differences when we get to editing pages. But just to give you a quick overview of what's called the dashboard, it gives you sort of a little bit of activity at a glance, some WordPress news. It's a way to check our statistics, if there's any comments that need to be moderated for spam. But what I mostly want to make you aware of is the menu on the left-hand side here. So first, let's talk about users. We will be sending each of you your own username and login. And once you log in, you'll probably want to go to users and search to pull up your own username, and that will allow you to edit your profile. My username is just Rachel, but yours will be set up using our standard format of first name, last name, sort of all one word. But what you'll want to do is you'll want to enter the name that you actually want to be seen by or listed in the database, and then your public display name. If your email will also be linked to the account, but if you have a website or if you have a brief bio description that you'd like to add, those things will be visible to people if they click on the author of a particular page or post. I believe you will all be getting the password you'll be getting is a randomly generated one, or one that I will set up. So you'll probably want to enter a new password to have it be something that you will more easily remember. You'll want to update your profile, and then you're done with updating your user page unless something changes down the road. So the main thing that I want to make you aware of is the difference between posts and pages. So Stash is a website, but within that we actually have a blog. So let's just quickly jump back to the site. So you'll see all of our pages like Home, Solutions, Resources, the Submission Form, and About Us are all website pages. However, Stash News is actually a blog. So the entries there are not organized in the same structure, but as a sort of chronological posts. Most of the ones we have to date have related to our Stash Flash sessions at the annual meeting. But we also intend for this page, for the blog, to be used for information on storage and materials and things that are sort of Stash-like, but don't fit into the format for the articles. It's also a place for our site sponsors to announce new materials or products and things like that. So let's jump back to the back end, which you can do once you're logged in by clicking on the edit page. So posts will go into the blog section, but pages, as you'll see here, let's go to our all pages. Those that will take you to the actual pages. And so by adding a new article, you're going to be adding a new page. And we're going to stop here for this brief introduction and pick up with the next video on how to start entering a new page. Thank you. Welcome